Welcome to Visualize Your Vocabulary, and today we're going to go ahead and do these 10 words again. Night number 7. Let's get this started with. Our first word is intricate. Let me write it down for you. Let's use yellow today. Intricate. Intricate is an adjective, and this just basically means something that's shapeless, to be really undetermined, to be very disorganized, those kinds of things. And with that, you can literally figure out what intricate means. Here's how you remember it. Uncoated. Now you have this tattoo shop called Ink Coated. However, good luck with your grand opening. It's functional, but it's all disorganized and everything. And they're still painting, and you probably wanted the grand opening a little too early. Alright, our next word is certitude. Certitude is a noun, and this basically means certainty. When something's a very high certitude, that means it's a very high certainty. And you remember it with certain dude. Dude, you say, I just saw a certain kind of Loch Ness monster surfing. Dude, are you sure? Yes, dude. Yeah. Alright, our next word is intrinsic. Intrinsic is an adjective, and this just basically means it's something that's inside of you, something that's built in, like robots. If ChatGPT, like you have to teach ChatGPT on how to go ahead and tell what the difference is a tree and a bee, how to get them to tell what a tree or a bee is. And unfortunately, there's a lot to really talk about here too. Like, any human can do it, even little humans can tell between a tree and a bee. However, the problem here is that robots don't understand words, so they need a builder bot and a teacher bot. A bot who builds bots and a teacher who teaches bots. Now, teacher bot also can't tell between a bee and a stray either. Well, because if teacher bot could do that, well, problem solved. Problem solved. However, teacher bot can't teach, but teacher bot can test. And intrinsic, these bots are built in for certain functions. Now, something as simple, something a very advanced programmer can make. And with that, these builder bots can just build things and repeat and repeat and repeat. And millions of bots later, and millions of cycles, and millions of discarded and reused later, well, you get this intrinsic little bot that's built in with just enough certainty that it's really good at telling a bee and a tree, like 100% of the time. Alright, our next word is laud. Laud is a verb, and this just basically means to go ahead and you're like appraising someone. You're praising someone. You're like, oh, hail the mighty God. Oh, hail the mighty person. And with that, you basically figure out what laud means. And you remember this with God. Now you're floating in the air on your little cloud as if you're Sun Wukong, the Monkey King. Sun Wukong. And with that, you basically go ahead and you're lauding the god. Alright, our next word is endemic. Endemic is an adjective, and this basically means local. When something's endemic, that just basically means it's really local. Like, the local people. Now, so there's this guy named Mike, and it's the end of him, I guess. He goes to Los Angeles for some reason, and however, he accidentally crosses some sort of gang's territory group. However, they're not happy for anyone just to walk on their part of the block. So, well, I guess that's the end of Mike. Alright, our next word is tyranny. Tyranny is a noun, and this basically means something that's totalitarian. When someone's a tyrant, or someone is ruling with tyranny, that just basically means that person is ruling really, really well with firm grips without anything else to himself. Like when someone's being a tyrant, that just means they're being very unjust and only for me. And you remember this with totalitarian, tear on knee. You remember this with a tear on knee. Now come on here. He kicks him in the knee. Now I'm the tyrant, huh? Well, why do you have a tear on your knee? Sorry, sir. Now clean up all the blood and make a tear on your other knee. Yes, sir. And our next word is marred. Marred is an adjective, and this just basically means to be imperfect, to be blemished, to have a little scratch or something on them, to make them imperfect now. And now this marred is like stained. Remember this with this. Now, Marge. I remember this with the word Marge, but the vocabulary word tells us to go ahead and remember it with Maud. Maud is here, and she has a bunch of scratches and bruises from taking care of all 15 of her cats, which somehow fit inside a car. And she buys a lot of stuff just for them. She wastes so much money, in my opinion. Our next word is sardonic. Sardonic is an adjective, and this basically means to be very sassy in your jokes, or to be very, very impolite, or shall we say, biting, to be very insulting towards your jokes. Now, when you're very sardonic, that just basically means when you're saying sardonic jokes, you're saying jokes that are very unfriendly and really hurt the other person, in this case, the hyena. Our next word is fervor. Fervor is a noun, and this basically means to go ahead and be incited, to be enthusiastic about something, the enthusiasm towards something too. And you remember this with fervor. And you realize that all this actually works out really well because this boar has a very good fervor about furs, and he's wearing his fox fur, and every other boar is just calling him fur boar. And our last word for the day, if this pen tool will open. There we go. Our last word for the day is pivotal. Pivotal just means the most important thing in the world. Remember this with divot tool. You have the most important thing in the golf team, golf staff. You use the golden divot tool to replace the golfer's divots, the most important thing in the world. And that's about it. So, I hope to see you guys soon until next time. Peace. Bye-bye. Bum 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 bum. Intricate, adjective. Certitude, noun. Intrinsic, adjective. Laud, verb. Endemic, adjective. Tyranny, noun. Marred, adjective. Sardonic, adjective. Fervor, noun. Pivotal, adjective. Dun 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 dun.